I'm back. I should be. Let me see if it pops back up on. Oh, yeah. There I am. Okay. So this one I'm recording. I'm doing all my tests, all my fun things that a first stream I feel like should do. I game, but I'm not like a big gamer. Also, I'd love to see anyone else pop up because now that I'm logged in, I can see. I don't think I have anyone. Oh, there it is. No one's yet, which I'm happy about. I'd hate it if like 5,000 people started watching me. Try to figure this out. Oh, I have someone. Hello, someone. Okay, well, I'm gonna practice some wood burning today and kind of get through some just kind of line work on this piece. It's a film camera, and I did say I was gonna start with this one and talk about the camera that I had on it and show you that it's actually life size and fits within this piece of wood, which is I think it's pretty cool. It's this just off screen camera. It's the Agfa 36 or Agfa Carat 36. You can see that it is life size to the wood burning. So what I did on this one, as well as the one I'll be burning today, is I just traced loosely the border. You can see, you think that the lens looks wrong, and then I push this button, pops out. So I think it's a sick camera. It's very compact. I think it's extremely underrated. I don't see anyone talking about this. I've shot some beautiful film on this, and it's great for trips. Because what I'll do is I have a over-the-shoulder camera bag, and I'll put that on with my DSLR camera. This is not being streamed with that camera. I had to buy some more things to support a streaming lifestyle, if you can believe it. But I don't stream, so I had to buy more stuff for my DSLR. That will be getting use maybe tomorrow. But for now, I'm on just basic stuff. But I'll take that camera out, and then in the bag of the DSLR, this just slides into a side pouch super easy. And when you go to use it, you've got to be careful that when you use the mechanism, you don't have it closed, because then it'll try to force it open, and then you can bend pins, and then you see this complex extension point where it's on this hinge, and then even focusing shifts it, and it's all very delicate metal, but I've kind of put it through the ringer, and I didn't even show you on that. Here's the focusing, so you kind of see it move in there. But yeah, I've had a lot of success with it. I've kind of put it through the ringer. It's lasted. The photos turned out beautifully for a camera. I believe I'll have to check and get back to everyone on this, but I believe this camera was 1956 is when this one was released. I can't say what year this one was, because my uncle, great garage sailor, got it for me. I think he paid $8 to $10 for this one, and I feel very lucky to have it and test it, and found out that it worked really well. So yeah, it was just a fun camera, and I was looking for something more to wood burn, because I just need to practice. I see some other wood burners out there, so many great wood burners that I am getting jealous of, and I don't want to be a jealous person. I want to support their art and my art. So I just got to practice. And that's kind of the whole point of the stream, is I just got to practice wood burning. Yeah. So I did this first one, and I actually love how it turned out. I can't tell if I'm going to gift it to my uncle or not for getting me the camera, or if I really love it so much that I'm going to keep it for the good memories I have with the camera. You can see I got really lazy when I got to the numbering, that I just kind of sped through it. I like that I still added the detail of the numbers instead of just blobs, but it's not my best handwriting, so I don't know what to say. And then yeah, this other camera is going to be the Pentax Honeywell Spotmatic, but not the Spotmatic 2. It's the Spotmatic with the 500 shutter speed. And what you see as the lines around here is just the chain, which is very funny. This chain was also my granddad's kind of camera strap, and it attaches just like any basic camera strap. But I don't understand how I used it, because every time I wear it, there's tiny links on the whole thing. I don't know if I'm going to try to go through and burn all the links, because it's just so fine. but they'll grab all your neck hair or beard hair and just pull it out, and just like a bunch of tweezers. So I need to decide how detailed I want to stay with that. And then I'm also gonna have to, I mentioned on the previous test video, but I need to realign this, because if you see it straight up, it's actually crooked. So I don't know if it's easy to tell at this angle I'm holding it, but the lens is crooked inside the camera, and I think this is going to be something I keep for myself. So I would like to fix it, because if I don't fix it and it's the slightest bit off, I'm going to not keep it. I'm just going to burn something else over it. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun little test for me, little practice. I'm glad to be on stream just to practice streaming and being in front of camera. My hair is growing out right now, so it's a little atrocious, but I feel like I can be forgiven. Maybe not. But if anyone is watching this is the first time I've actually streamed, put something in the chat. I want to see if I can see it. I don't know how long it'll take for me to actually read it and get back to you, because I'm super oblivious. But it's just fun. I put this off for a long time, and now that I'm here, it's kind of fun to be playing with. Also, I forgot to show the camera in all its glory. This is the camera. So, Pentax Honeywell. I guess it's got the SP. I never really called it a Spotmatic until someone else told me to. I got film in it right now, so I can't open the back. But you can see maybe how fine that chain is. So I'll try to hold it still. But that just pulls. And I'm deciding whether or not I try to integrate. It'd be so fun to do the riveting. And probably mesmerizing to do that all the way up the chain on the actual wood burning. Yeah, I don't know how I got so crooked, but you can see it is life size. I do believe I had a different lens on, so don't judge me. The lens is different, therefore it's not actually fitting to the stencil, but oh. I notice now, I usually do a final check with the actual camera. I forgot to put the H on the actual box. The angle that it's distorted is going to be very funny. So it's going to be an H in a little box. I don't try to take these too seriously. Let's see. Because I'm just doing this whole streaming thing to practice wood burning, and I'm just doing the whole wood burning thing to practice art. Because art is cool. And why not? I got so much free time right now. I work in the film industry, and it is slow right now, so I've got tonight at least to get some burning done. Almost just took a picture with my Christmas tree. I'll keep this close by so I can reference it in my burning. But yeah, I'm nervous to slip the angle of the lens too far, so maybe I should just do like a placement line. That'll make it a little easier for me to fix later. But anyway, started wood burning in college. I went to college, I was a security guard for a little bit. The concerts, I got some cool concerts for free, but I did not like being a security guard. I did not like having to tell people the unfun news that they had to go back to their car for something. One of my first jobs, I went to college in a pretty interesting area. You could say small town, I guess, but really enjoyed the outdoorsy side of it, but the people were definitely people who had different ideas than Los Angeles. So one of them was very upset at me. He couldn't bring his weapon into the venue because he thought it was just something he could do. And from that, and then I also was standing in the crosswalk, guiding people to try to keep them safe through the crosswalk, and a bus, not crazy fast, but definitely like fast enough where I was like, this job kind of sucks. hit my shoulder with the mirror of the bus. No blame on bus drivers. That is a very hard job. But I definitely, after that, was like, I don't think I want to be a security guard anymore. That was true. So then I tried to look for other jobs, but I really was trying to be independent and started getting an interest in film and photo and everything. So I was trying to figure out how to make money with senior portraits, with other stuff like that, and decided it would be best if I try to do something artistic. You know, maybe I can make some money as an artist. And it was funny, from multiple people that Christmas, I got the same wood burning tool. And I didn't really know anything about wood burning, but I guess the people knew me better than I did. Because multiple people got me the gift of a wood burning tool. And then I started wood burning and selling them to college kids as I was a college kid. So that was a good way to make some side money in college. Yeah, it's hard because you don't really make a lot of money if you're selling art to college kids. Because I try to make like fun, albums and do different things that were, music that I was into, that my friends were into, and a couple sports players, some dogs. The best thing I did was dogs. But selling it to college kids, there's not a big market that can afford to pay you after the price of the wood you buy and the hours you spend burning. It doesn't feel quite the same amount that you get back afterwards. So, it was fun in college. And then I kind of slowed down a bit because I took film more seriously. I also just didn't want... I don't know. Once it became the job that I was doing, I didn't want to do it as much because I was doing other people's commissions. And a lot of the commissions, people were asking for very difficult things. So people would be asking for a lot of faces before I was ever comfortable wood burning any faces. And that was fine, except some very serious ones as gifts that people wanted that I just felt like I wasn't giving a good product. And a lot of my friends that know me know I'm very particular. I can make something that they think's beautiful, and I could find, all my little mistakes, as I think every artist can. But I'd find all my mistakes with it. And I would be able to point them out and then not like the face and think that the face didn't look like the person. And then a couple orders in, I was just very kind of upset at the product of actual people. So then I tried to just do dog portraits and landscapes. But I was also kind of growing in the photo video world at the same time, and that took a lot of energy. So then when I was wood burning things I didn't like as much, it was harder for me to want to keep wood burning, just because I was getting more interested with photo video, and then that'd make it harder for me to be like, okay, well now let me stop photo video, take the time to sit down for 6 hours and wood burn, because I don't like the things I'm wood burning as much. So it was fine, but I'm glad to be coming back to wood burning and wanting to practice more. I keep seeing some really, really talented people on Instagram. Someone from my hometown I saw, I forget their Instagram name, but they did an amazing portrait of someone I went to high school with, and that was really cool. And then another person, I do know Hippie North is someone I see a lot on Instagram, and I respect Hippie North's work a lot. I don't think I'm quite at a level to be on that stage, but Hippie North just wood burned a guitar, so I highly recommend go check out their work, because it's very creative to be doing different mediums instead of these are wood sheets. I'm practicing. I'd love to do furniture or other stuff. I'm going to do this desk at one point, but I'd love to do more and more complicated things like a guitar, but I'm just going to practice for now. So if you want to see some more complex things that have been burned, definitely check out Hippie North. I think it's just Hippie North on Instagram, but I could be wrong. If you go check for Hippie North, and it's actually just a group of hippies, it's probably not the wood burning page I tried to send everybody to. Make sure that, if it's my recommendation that they're doing wood burnings on their page. But yeah, I'm going to try to, I guess another part of this, another element of the live stream is that I'm trying to get better with talking to cameras. I think there's going to be moments, just like inevitably, I'm going to focus and get really quiet. Oh no, I'm not even burning in the frame. There's going to be moments where I inevitably get quiet, but I'm really practicing to try and get better talking to cameras. I'm in front of camera rarely, behind camera often, so we're going to try to fix that and at least my comfortability with that. See if I'm able to be on camera for extended periods of time. My roommate is an actor, so maybe I'll pick up some tips from him. This is about the speed though. I'll go through and do a light burn on all the lines. The details I get slower, or any shading. You got to do shading really slow on wood burnings, because if you heat up the wood burning tool too much and try to go fast, you'll just burn the wood, and then it's something that you can't get back. Like, the only way to really erase a wood burning mistake is sanding it all, and it just feels so counterproductive to sand a wood burning, because you're literally taking material away from the source, and something about that feels awful. To be like, I was making something so good, and then not only do I have to backtrack, but it's like I'm not erasing off the surface of something, I am taking the surface away from the actual piece. There was one that I actually had to sand a lot off of, and that was very disheartening, because I could feel the difference in the sunken aspect of where I sanded. I don't think the client that I was commissioned by ever felt it, and I don't think it was a piece that they would care if I had done that. But then in my mind, I'm just like, I had to go back and sand that, and that was pretty upsetting. But one follower, hope your day's going well. Don't quite know if, I don't think it's me. I think I exited out of the browser I used to check if I was actually up or not. So, I don't know. I think you're someone that's not me. That's pretty cool though. Let me see if I slide this way. Yeah. Very cool. That's not me. Awesome. Welcome. Welcome to my little wood burning lesson. If I can answer any questions about wood burning, please let me know. I'm just a little channel, doing a little practice, trying to be a better artist. I think my girlfriend's coming home soon, and maybe she can say hi, but for now it's just me. Alrighty. That's a start. A good start. We don't know yet. I also think this is very therapeutic for me. I don't think I've been alone with myself in like a quiet room. How long is it? 19 minutes? I don't think I've been alone in a quiet room for 19 minutes in a long time. I'm a creature of habit, and that habit is stimulating myself with some kind of entertainment. I like coffee. I like being outdoors. I like being outdoors with music, though. Unless I'm really somewhere fun, then I can be absolutely quiet and just enjoy nature. Outdoors, like in a city outdoors, it's not really outdoors to me. So I always like music then. Also, if there's any technical issues and anyone notices technical issues, please bring them up. I don't know what's wrong. This is my first time, and I can't fix it if I don't know what's wrong. Also, I guess I should post that I'm doing this. I'm conflicted because this is my phone. Thanks for focusing. This is my first assistant, actually. My first assistant is my phone. I should post that I'm doing this because I guess that's what people do to tell people about new things they're doing. What color is that arrow? See, I almost just messed up. This arrow is white, but I drew it in with a pencil, and I almost just burned it, and then I would have had to sand it to go back to make it white, or use a Dremel, and the Dremel could have done that, but I'd rather just get it right. Anyways, I was saying I should probably post that I'm live, because then people can watch, right? Is that what happens? I tell people I'm live, my thousands of fans go, we're interested in this, and they come follow and watch, and then they can interact, because I feel like it would be more fun if I could talk about questions people had. Or else maybe I just get silent and everyone can, the one person, can just watch while I would burn. Maybe you're doing something. Let's do some art time. Let's get that going on Twitch more. That might be a YouTube thing. I don't know much about this. I'm just experimenting with streaming and creating videos. Also, I'm sorry if it scratches in an annoying way. Maybe I get a mouse pad, because every time I fucked up. Every time I'm practicing with thinner pieces of wood like this, I'm much more likely to spin it versus bigger pieces. Like, here's a bigger piece I've made. I made this one recently. It's a face. But this one, I don't spin as much because it's just heavier and it feels more solid. So then this little piece, it's very thin, but I'm much less likely to spin it, I'm much more likely to spin it because my hand is what's kind of keeping this down while I use the wood burning tool. And in that, the second I'm done putting pressure down and I find an angle that's more comfortable, I feel like I'm spinning to get better. At least with the cameras, because it's a lot of straight lines. I think with other things that are more rounded, natural faces, maybe it wouldn't be like that. Alright, there's the first lines of the lens. I'm definitely winging it. I said I was going to be pretty precise, but we're just going to go for it, and if it's bad later, that's why this is practice. I'm not selling this one. This one is for me, or maybe for me to give someone. I should give these away if anyone wants them. First person to comment on any of my videos gets one of these, because this is my first video. You can have the Hasselblad. This is a silly practice to see if I like the idea of wood burning film cameras. Apparently, I did like it. Let's see. No one's gonna message. Oh wait. As long as I have this set up right. If I'm extremely popular right now and people are messaging trying to get that Hasselblad, I am so sorry, but I don't know what to say to that. Reach out on a different platform. I wonder if YouTube's easier to do that. I'd also, anyone that can give advice on streaming, which is a better platform? Oh, I hear someone. I might have to mute myself for a second. Okay, hold. It's on now. Okay. My girlfriend's back. That's why I muted myself for a while. You could have talked with her on AirPods or something.
It's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
I can see. I mean, no one's listening now. We can check if you can hear yourself in the kitchen.
What do you mean? I can hear myself.
Like in this microphone. I mean, you'd have to get on. I mean, go say something in the kitchen first, and I'll see if.
Say something.
I mean, yeah. If you talk like that, we can definitely hear you.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
What if I talk like this?
Maybe you should get on the Twitch thing and see if it looks okay.
How do I do that? Do I have to download an app?
I don't know. You might be able to do it on Safari. But look how cool this looks.
It is real cool. I'm on it. There's a delay. Ooh, weird.
Well, this one's no delay. That other one is.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I don't know. I think it's working. I'm kind of guessing, but I'm just talking and practicing.
I love
Some
that for
burning.
you. That camera looks real good.
Look, it's the iPhone.
Well, yeah, I noticed
Isn't that crazy? I didn't know you could do that.
It is crazy. Well, I'm talking about the one you're doing right now.
Oh, the actual camera, the wood burning.
Yeah,
Thanks, babe.
that's a great looking one.
It's the Pentax.
Yeah, I can tell.
I feel like I am messing up so much on these Pentax rings. I'm not really focused, but oh well.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll do some like shading and hide it.
Okay. I have to make a login.
Just to look?
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe should I be a YouTube streamer or a Twitch streamer?
I don't know. Whatever's cool.
I feel like if anyone is watching this, let us know. We don't know. I feel like Twitch is a lot more gaming and YouTube's a lot more just like everything.
Okay.
So maybe I do YouTube and do like art stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll really ever need to do like gaming on Twitch. Unless Paul really wants me to show up for some, I don't even know what game I could help with.
Does he do live stream?
I don't think so. I think he's just good, you know?
Yeah.
Alright. One thing I just learned really bad is I need to focus on straight lines. That's not bad, but it's not what it should look like. Next I got some circles. You got it, or?
I'm doing it.
That pizza was so good today. So
Find you. You have a name?
Pontond. Pontond.
Ponton what?
With just a D at the end. Pontond.
Oh yeah, I see.
Does it say I'm live? That'd be so funny if this whole time I haven't been live. I'm just
No, you
talking.
are live.
Okay. If I was just talking to myself, that'd kind of be funny. It should be recording too.
There's a little delay. It's very confusing hearing that when you listen to.
Can you hear me on the microphone pretty well? Is it quiet?
They look good. They look good.
You have so much delay. That's crazy. If anyone else is watching, I'm doing like a tech check with my girlfriend in the room. She's telling me what's working and what's not. But it's funny. Can you see her? Is that your leg? Yeah. That's her legs.
Oh yeah, I see my leg.
But everything's looking alright?
Yeah. I look great.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask, can you type something in the chat Let me know if that works. Because I see it on my screen. Oh, I have 2 people watching now. Look at that. Moving up in this world. I think I've had the same one person watching. Oh, hey. First time chat. Thank you. Thank you for the chat. I think I've had one person watching this whole time. And I thank you for hanging in there if you're someone watching. I feel like you're a real person. I feel like maybe... Did you get sent to, like, check on new accounts? Or are you an actual art person? Either way, you're welcome to hang out and watch me practice my wood burning, but it's cool. I got a chat. I was actually really worried this whole time that people were like, because I've been asking questions every now and then, like if everything's quiet or if everything's a certain way, and I was nervous this whole time that maybe people had been responding and it wasn't showing up. But it's good to know now that if they would have typed, I would have seen it. But we'll continue with some technical checks, and then I can get back to my story about wood burning. I don't really think there's anything I need to ask about, because we've done lighting. These all look good. Is this sound bad if I move the tablet on the desk? She might have stopped watching the stream.
It doesn't sound bad.
Okay. Are you still watching?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we lost our other follower. Sorry, guy. Come back sometime. This is an art night. Maybe you went to get a sketchbook. Go get a sketchbook. Come back, and then all of us can just like art together. Oh, he's back. Welcome back. Yeah, if anyone's got some art projects they want to do, I'm gonna be doing this for at least like another 40 minutes. Finishing up. But anyone that doesn't know, I've got this camera. And I'm wood burning a life-size version of it. Let's see, we're gonna put it. Yeah, just like that. So I'll be doing this for a little while longer because I want it to have some shading and look like this one, but doing the different camera. So, you know, if you got some art projects, go get them out. Come join us. All of the art people on Twitch. I don't know if there's many, but we'll find out soon. Where was I way before we got distracted? I worked security in college. I started wood burning and selling wood burnings to make some side money. Oh, and then I started getting more into the photo video world, and that made a little bit more money just because it was hard to sell wood burnings in college because my biggest audience and demographic of people buying them was college kids. So, you know, wasn't making a lot of money with that. So then the photo world, you know, it was more enticing. More people understood it. More people wanted it. There's also always a need for photos and videos. So I was able to make more money in that. And that took, you know, attention and energy away from wood burning because, you know, not everyone needs a wood burning. It'd be cool if everyone did, but, you know, it's just not a necessity. It's an art, which is kind of fun, but I took some time off from wood burning and really just did it for myself as, like, you know, gifts for close friends to celebrate things or, you know, little things like that. But now I'm getting back into it, and I've been really inspired by some other wood burners I've seen online. So I'm going to come back at it and try to make some cool things. I think the coolest thing I've been doing is combining the film and video world recently. And you can see that with the film cameras that I'm burning and doing some Apple boxes. So the people who don't know, an Apple box in film is something that you use to stand on, sit on, put gear on. It's just a box, and there's different sizes, and you call them different things, like a half apple, and so on. But they're made of wood. They're just made of plywood. So the last time I went back home, I made an apple box with my girlfriend, and we got one that turned out pretty good. And then it was just blank, so I was trying to fix that up and make it not so boring. Just because I like to have some customized options. Everyone that works with me in film knows, a lot of ACs do it, not just me, but I love trinkets, and it's a big thing for assistant cameras in the film world to have patches and trinkets. And so I have quite a lot of patches, and I enjoy that, and I think people that hire me enjoy seeing all my patches. So it's just a little part that I can customize my career and make sure, I have that little fun anecdote for everyone when I get hired or talking on set with people. So then I thought, take it a step further, it'd be make a full apple box and burn a full apple box. So that was cool. Wood burned the cityscape of LA onto one side, and then my business name on the other. And that was cool to have made it and burned it, and then took it on set and getting use out of it very immediately, just because it's such a useful tool on film sets. And then the cool thing that I've done recently is that I trade my apple box with apple boxes from people that I'm working for. And so I'll give them my apple box, and then I'll take theirs with me for like a week, and then I'll wood burn something they want on. And that's been really cool. I don't know if I should show and reveal the apple box I've done, but it's really cool, and I've really enjoyed it right now. And I think it turned out really well. I said earlier I used to do a lot of dog portraits, and the apple box that I just finished has someone's dog on it. Actually, it's like a set dog. It's just such a good dog. I was very happy to wood burn. Such a good puppy. Yeah, so turned out really well. Hoping to do more like that. But for now, I'm going to do some of these film cameras. This is the other way. Like, the film cameras is just fun. I have so many film cameras. And I'm just going to keep, using it for line practice and stuff. While also, selfishly, I just get to make a lot of cool wood burnings of my own personal set of cameras. So between the apple boxes and this, it's been really fun. I also got to make a little knick-knack for my friend Tyler. It's a little Arri Alexa Mini. And that was not just burning it, but I did some 3D construction just with some pieces of wood from Michaels. I cut them up and then glued them and built out like a little cage, and then built the camera body around it. And that was really fun. So it was fun to just like continually make knickknacks with a camera that I work with a lot on set and get to make like a miniature. I just don't know what it is. Something with like tactile things just really is fun to make, fun to have. Knickknacks are great. You can customize them. You can do all these fun things. If anyone sells knickknacks, I feel like I would promote that. I love little customizable things. So, yeah. Let's see. The one person who's not sitting over there, who's watching, if you are enjoying this, it'd be so cool to see you comment something. Also, just to know it still works. I'm new to this. It's kind of practice to be putting myself on the stream and put myself in front of camera, not just behind camera. But no pressure. We're just hanging out. Also, hopefully, you're doing something artistic. I said, bring something artsy. We can all do art together. And I meant it. We can all just hang out and do our little art projects separately but together. So if you're doing that, you don't gotta comment. Just keep making something. Trying to think. There's another story I said I was going to get into. Oh, I keep also gradually sliding back. I need to work on staying in the light. Yeah, I did this for a while. I've made some cool album covers. I'll see where I can post some pictures of my past ones. Maybe I should go through, make a video where I just like talk through my past wood burnings, what ones have worked well, what ones got some more attention, and what ones I really wish I did better at. Because I already said, like, I did some wood burnings that were people before I think I was ready. Especially seeing other wood burners out there that are super talented. I'll see people just make such beautiful wood burning pieces of faces, and they're so realistic that it looks like if I were to go back to the ones I made in college or when I first moved to Los Angeles, it's very silly the quality of those ones. Nonetheless, it like helped get me to where I am now, making more wood burnings and enjoying it more, but I just want to practice because I see where other people are at, and I don't want to be jealous of them. I want to, be just a part of the artistic community and the wood burning community. But I guess one of the biggest things I could work on is my handwriting. Because I feel like in every piece that it has text, I notice my handwriting's not great. Especially on something that's like a camera and is supposed to be machined. It's funny to see my handwriting compared to the machined metal. But something is pretty soothing about streaming. It's calming and fun, and I don't know where to put music on. I haven't even looked into that, of what music I can and can't use, so I just thought it'd be easier to not use music today. I feel like I should have a producer on the side I could scream at. Be like, what music can I get? The delay will catch up soon.
What? That? I hear you now. I don't know.
That's okay. It was mostly for the joke. Is it soothing to hear the stream of me just talking? Is it calming? It's still delaying.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy it.
Okay. I'm glad it is. I feel like my brain's enjoying that I am just talking. I don't know if that makes me a narcissist or not. But I'm having a great time. I should do this more.
I hope not.
So what I just did is I turned up the heat on the wood burning tool. And that will make all the next couple lines darker. It burns faster. I'll do another video sometime. I'm kind of set up and comfortable now, but as I just hit my camera. There we go. Yeah, there's a video another time about the wood burning tool I've got, the ones I've had in the past. I think I'm on my 4th wood burning tool now, and it's really fun to. I've kept 2 of my old ones that I don't use anymore. It'd be fun to kind of go through and do a lesson for someone, but I should at least go through a video and talk what I liked and disliked about them. The one I got now, I put a good bit of money towards. It's got 2 different tips I can switch between. I mean, I can switch out the tips, but there's 2 that I can always switch the actual current through. And this is the one I use the most. It's got a flat edge, but it also is good for shading because it's got the flattened edge. So it's got a straight edge and a flat edge. I use it the most, especially on anything with straight lines because it's easier to dig into the wood. And this one's kind of like a ballpoint pen. It's going to be hard to get it to focus, but you can kind of see by my finger. It's kind of like a ballpoint pen. Depending on the quality of wood, it can act like that. But if you have cheaper wood, you're just going to dig through it unevenly because all wood is made or grown in a way that isn't even. You're never going to have it like a piece of paper that's exactly even and will burn the same. Let's see if I can show you. Even on this one that looks flat, you can see right there there's differences in the density of the wood. Although it's just a cheap piece of wood, it's got differences. Even by my thumb, there's some. So as you drag a wood burning tool across it, you would have different, temperatures, pressure, and different variables that would impact how the burning goes across it. Next time I'll try to find something that you can really see how density can change. But yeah, so the wood burning tool has two different currents that can shoot out to do two different pens, and then you can swap out the tips of the pens. Maybe I'll do a day where I just go through and test all the different wood burning tips that I own and show the camera what those look like, and some are for very fine details, some are for what I like to say is like scratch style, where I just kind of scratch the wood back and forth and then it'll burn, and it's a way of shading that I enjoy that's just kind of hectic, but I'll use something like that. Then there's bigger ones that are just for shading, or if you're doing a really big piece, it can still be for detail depending on the piece. These are medium to small pieces I'm making now, so I wouldn't use something like that on them. Still rocking at 2 people, and I love it. I was actually nervous if I was going to hop on and there was going to be like 10 people, because I feel like I'd get roasted for something silly that I don't know about streaming yet. So I'm enjoying this very calm, quiet evening. Just a little art evening. And the goal is definitely to grow the production value behind this as well. It'd be fun to have multiple cameras and do, I don't think I need a full switchboard, but to do, yes, you can, to do a burning and have like an overhead camera and a front facing. Yeah, this is the first of hopefully many. I'm about an hour in. I've been taking my time. I've been talking a lot too. I feel like if I'm really zoned in, this whole thing would take me an hour and a half. No, maybe hour 10. But the pace I'm going at tonight, it might take a little bit more than that if I include shading. So, we'll see. What can I say? I think every video, just to fill some time, I should always talk about wood burning and like the different variables that go into wood burning, and some of that is the speed that you burn at, how much power you're putting into the tool. This one goes in voltages, volts, and it can go. I mean, the lowest I think it reads out is 5 volts, and then the highest is 106 volts. This type of wood is really thin, so what I burn this one is more like 57 volts. At least for the lines I'm doing right now. Somewhere between 50 and 57. Actually, I can show if I got any scrap wood anywhere. This is even thinner wood that I'm going to show. But you can see, like, here's 5 volt. This is still going to be from what I just was burning. Yeah, so there's 5 volts. I can kind of hold it down. Barely anything happens. I'm going to jump pretty drastically. Go all the way up to 30 volts. Just because that's where you'll see, like, a biggest difference, 5 to 30. So I hold it down. Maybe holding it down at 35 volts. Still not much. Which I'm kind of surprised. I thought something would happen. I go to 44 volts. Which I think I did all my light lining on this piece at 44 volts. And you see, like, now that I'm holding it down, you start to see more changes. So you can see the difference right here between 44 volts and then that was 30 volts. But then this is where it changes the most, going to 60 volts, so it's right 40. Here's 60. So I'm going to hold it down just 1, 2. So you see very quickly, maybe I gotta keep it in line. The 60 volts burns very quickly. And I mean, it can even trail when I write. Keep a trail going. Where other temperatures, if you start writing like that, it won't keep a consistent line. But now we get to the really fun stuff. Here's 80 volts. I'm not going to hold it down as long just because I think you just saw it can smoke a little, and that's not great. And then it's crazy when you get to the even higher volts, you start seeing it glow orange like this. And so this will be 100 volts. And I'm just going to tap it. Maybe. So then you see the difference. Even when you pull the tip away from it, it leaves that trail. So that's the difference between 40 volts, 60 volts, 80 volts, and 100 volts on the tool that I have. But it is, 100 volts can be super useful if you're writing. Let's see. First time streaming. I was going to try to go really fancy cursive, but then I already messed up. First time streaming. So much easier to do at 100 volts. Because it can keep that consistently. So yeah, I'm going to go back to my 50, 55 volts and keep lining the camera. But the biggest differences that you need to be aware of when you're wood burning is the power that you send to the tool that you're using. But also you need to be thinking about the pressure pushing down. I'll do all of these tests another time. I just want to keep working on this one. But the pressure that you put down will really impact the burning and the wood, because a lot of the time if you don't press hard and you just change the intensity of the wood burning tool, you can get the surface of the wood to look really like similar, just different darknesses. But then if you're pressing deeper, you'll start to get that kind of textured feeling. And you might be able to see it in this one, maybe not. I'll do a better example of it another time, but the texture will change, and you'll be able to actually feel that kind of pressure change in the wood burning. And then the last big variable that I'm used to playing around with is how fast you move over an object. And you can change these up just like you can change settings on a camera to get different exposures. Is you can get different exposures on the wood by having, if it's at 100 volts and you're moving really slow, it's going to get super, super dark. If you're 100 volts and you move really fast, it's still going to be pretty light. Or if you go to 50 volts and you hold it, you could still get very dark. But if you're 50 volts and you move fast, you might not get anything. So it's just it's playing around with different temperatures, different things on the wood burning tool to get different shading elements and different textures. And this is a fun one I did a while back of my Funko Pop. So you can see the boots I scratched deeper into. You might not be able to see it, but yeah, there it is. There's a good one. You can see I scratched deeper into, but then on this highlight of the shoe, I moved fast. The whole sword, I just kind of scratched fast. Didn't matter the temperature, it just went by fast and light. And then you can see in the eyes, maybe this was my mistake, and something I got to practice is not being as high a temperature when I think I should. Because I was just trying to go through the eyes pretty fast, so I burned at a very high temperature, and you can see that, I guess in other art forms you'd call that bleeding, but there's bleeding from the eye. And what that was is it just burned so much that the wood around the area that was actually touched with the metal tool was burned. And it just is almost looks like it's not clear, there's no clarity in it. So just practicing with those three things: the temperature, the time, and the pressure. can change a lot in a wood burning. So I guess that's what I'll be practicing coming up on streaming, whether I stay on Twitch or go to YouTube. I don't know. I'm still figuring out this whole thing. Just getting comfortable with the camera. But I feel like I could call this lined pretty well. All the lines that I feel are most important are done. All the top downs. I might just like fill in first some actual dark sections. And then I'll go through shading. Because you can see on the camera, like right here, has just, it's just a black material. So I'll probably just go through and shade the black areas black. The hardest part is I did go over some of the white text already. And I'm just going to call it a pass since this is practice. And then I'll keep the text as dark as possible then, and then shade this a little lighter. It's a cheat, but I feel like it's just making sure that it's still like readable art, so you can tell what it is, what it's supposed to be. I'm not trying to make this hyper realistic right now on 6:20 p.m. live stream of a wood burning. So I'll just, with the camera in front of me, it's a little easier too. But I'll just go through and add some shading on the dark parts. And then I can already see that R is going to get flushed out. And so then I will just go back over that and make sure that it stands out. Because that is, a detail of the camera that I think is pretty important is some of the text like that. Because if I keep doing series of these where I'm burning different cameras, it's going to become important to know later. If I get a commission for a Pentax Honeywell Spotmatic and a Pentax Honeywell Spotmatic 2, which one's which, because I feel like cameras are so personalized to people. I just don't want it to be me wood burning the same camera or accidentally, putting text on that's supposed to be on a Canon onto a Nikon. Although not many people would think that's the end of the world. I would be upset because I'm trying to be a little better than that. So I'll try to keep all the details the same, and having the camera in front of me definitely helps with that. And then a trick I'm going to do on this one is just kind of go through the edges first where the text is the heaviest and do it a little lighter. And this just lets me, while I'm burning, it lets me see if I kind of like the look of that. Because obviously with this one, I did a little bit of that scratch style where I went back and forth. But I just did certain areas that looked best. And with this one, that looks alright. Like, it's kind of a cool thing to see that there's definition between the base of the body of the camera and that actual dial. I'm probably going to burn it all the way through though. But I just want to show, like, you can do like a half burn on a level to see the layering and the process before you actually burn it all the way, just to see if it's going to be a good look. Since there's not much that's forgivable on wood burning, it's nice to be able to give yourself the option to see if you like something and test things out. I don't think I did the best job straightening the lens, but it's fine. There's a lot of things I'm testing out today. I think I can be forgiven by myself for some of those. We're going to switch to this side. Keep some things. Oh, I never put in text in this. Simple 100. Add another border so that it looks a little better. Thank you for everyone listening. This is pretty fun. Just experimenting. It is nice. I didn't expect to enjoy streaming, just because I work around cameras and stuff all day. I didn't think this was going to be something that was like going to be soothing or not. But it is pretty nice. I'm having fun. I think I'll keep doing this just based off how I'm feeling now. It's calming. It's something to talk about. Usually what I would always do during wood burning is... Oh, I think it's funny. You can see her in the background too. I don't know if she wants to be seen. Um, but I think it's fun to think that like in the past I've been able to binge TV series out and just watch a whole season of something while I finish maybe 2 wood burnings, and that's fine. I just don't know if I always want to do that, and then I also feel like I'm not really enjoying the series as much because I'm wood burning and kind of missing a good amount of stuff. So this is nice that I'm wood burning and able to talk, and then when I want to watch TV, I'll sit down and pay better attention. Maybe I can do both. I don't know if you can reaction stream videos while doing art, but maybe I should see. Yeah. Let's see. These little knobs are silver, so it's going to be hard to get highlights and shadows in them, so I'm just going to scrape a little. Oh, and my roommate's getting home. He's going to be very shocked and surprised to walk in and see this, because he did not think I was going to do this. But, hello. Hope work as
I'm
well.
a tester, that's why I'm.
Yeah.
That's all myself. $6,000.
Crazy. That's my roommate. He just got back from work, but maybe he'll come join, do some art or something. He is an actor. I think I mentioned that earlier. I don't know the names of the commercials he's been in, but I'll try to find out and just keep an eye out if you see the person you just saw on screen in some commercials. I guess you saw them here not first, but also. Okay, so the shading's coming together pretty well. I can definitely tell where I've brushed already. So I'm just going to go try to fix the rush moments by adding as if there's light on this. This is all metal too, so in practicing woodburning I need to practice values and light, and that's something I'll get to, but I think I can live with this for now. The hard part now is going to be this block up here. I'm going to have to turn the heat down a little and burn it a little more slow to get the proper values. I don't think any of this is proper, but to get better values, I should say. So yeah, I described my start in wood burning. I haven't really said where I want it to go. I've said I just want to practice to get better, but I haven't really said what that means. I'd love to sell at like a farmer's market or an art market. Not like everyone. I don't want to be there all the time. But, find maybe an artist alley sounds aggressive, though. I've watched so many videos on artist alleys and how intense it sounds for the artists and trying to make sales and trying to talk to people. And there's just a lot. And, maybe I find one and I go after that one. I think that would be worthwhile. I think that's achievable. The hard part, a lot of those I feel like strive on color pop and all these fun dynamic things, and wood burning is I don't want to say bland because I'm doing it and it's fun for me, but it's not the most thrilling art to look at all the time if it's not done well. So maybe I try to find where I can combine like the things I like about it with some more pop culture, pop stuff. But yeah, overall, I would love to do some art market somewhere. I don't know. It'd be nice to make money. That's cool. That's always nice. That's not my goal, but maybe it should be if I keep burning. At least some side money to go on some trips, or if people want to pay me to go wood burn somewhere cool. That's a series I could do. I just go out into the forest, wood burn somewhere in the woods, take a little electric solar thing and plug my wood burner in and talk with some national parks people and be like, where can I do this? But obviously follow all the safety restrictions. There's a couple wood burnings I've done with a blowtorch, and I would not do those out there, but those can be fun. There's some people that can do fine detail with them, where I enjoy the fine detail with this more because I feel like I'm being a sketch artist, and that's always fun. But you know, if I could do something out in the woods, I don't think I'd take a blowtorch with me. I think if I did something in the woods, I would just enjoy being out in nature. And I'd try to stream it. Stream by a stream. Could be a fun thing, but I don't think that'd be my biggest priority. I think, you know, once I'm out there, if I'm able to make art and sketch out at a stream or a forest or something, I think that would be more fun just to be out there. Just because I have so many hours put in wood burning at a desk or at a coffee table by a couch. Just, you know, so many places indoors, and I've done quite a lot of wood burning like that, and that's totally fine. Nothing against it, because like I said, I can watch my TV shows, I can live stream easier now that I'm enjoying the process of that, but I think it would be really fun to go out somewhere and wood burn in a new environment. So it'd be fun to test that out. I think one of the craziest things when I first moved to LA is I got on a music video, and the artist that the music video was for found out I wood burned, and they were trying to throw some big party in LA. And I, didn't realize at first, everyone in LA is just people. No one's crazy. But this person really wanted me to come wood burn at a party for them. I didn't really follow up with that because I kind of thought they were joking. Also, it would have to be like an 8-hour-long party because they wanted me to do this. They wanted me to wood burn something that was like, I want to say it was 4 feet by 4 feet. And like, everyone that's watched this so far or that I've talked to about wood burning kind of knows, like, that's a lot. That's going to take me forever. I could maybe, I've seen painters do this where they'll start something way before the party and then they'll save the end and do, some of the most dramatic pieces of it at the end of the party and then make it a whole extravaganza event thing. I'm like, I guess I could do that. That'd be fine. But at the time, I didn't really follow up with the guy because I don't know. I was still new to LA. I didn't really understand that like everything technically could be commodified into some type of event or some kind of entertainment value. So then when he asked if I'd wood burn at his party, I just didn't really want to. I didn't know how to like approach a conversation like that. Be like, yeah, I guess I could, but I don't know. It'd be fun to do that now. If that guy ever sees this, reach back out, send me a photo. I'll make that design into a wood burning, and then I'll make a 4 foot by 4 foot wood burning to start, and then burn. How long? Those, like a 2 foot by 2 foot would usually take me 12 hours. So if you send me a 4 foot by 4 foot, knowing that I'm better and can do it quicker now, maybe it'd take me like 14 hours to get 80% through. And then I'll say the last 2 hours to come do at a party. And then when it's finished, you can hang it up on a wall and everyone can scream. That's what everyone does at parties. Scream at artists. But until I get invited back to wood burn at a party, I'm just gonna be chilling. Maybe I'll go outside with this. I got a little battery that I like, and that little battery I can do. I don't know. I think I timed it out, and it was like I could do 16 hours with the wood burning tool on medium settings. So maybe I try that again and just make another camera out in the woods somewhere. Then, if I did try to stream it, I'd have to figure out power for cameras and find a signal. That's the part that I'm like, I just go wood burn outdoors just to wood burn outdoors somewhere new and somewhere fun. I think that would be better. And everything's needing content now, and that's kind of hard. But I guess that's why I keep getting paid to go do things with cameras. So it pays for me to be able to sit here and do my silly little wood burnings now. I'm deciding now though if I should show everybody the wood burning I did of the dog on the Apple box. I don't know if it should be a thank you for watching the first video kind of thing, or if it should just be everyone can wait for it. Because I'll do more videos. Because then it kind of incentivizes me to have to make another video, or at least get back on the stream. Oh, that was not a good move doing. But yeah. If anyone's got thoughts or questions, feel free to send them my way about wood burning, about living in LA, about working in film. I'm not going to say things I'm not supposed to say, but feel free to ask questions and I can moderate myself. I also think one of the coolest things is being in LA and seeing the people that are so good at streaming and so good at being hosts to things. It's very fun to see them act like a host and just act like a professional, you know. On camera they can just ramble, and it's like I've been in that position where I've been like, I hope those people can ramble because if there's a technical issue I have to go fix, and we need, you know, to buy 30 minutes, not 30 minutes, that's very dramatic, we need to buy 2 minutes of time. Can they just stall? And you know, people never realize that anyone's stalling because they're just entertaining people. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to that point. Right now I guess I'm entertaining myself, but it is really cool to see people entertain crowds and audiences.
You're entertaining me.
Entertaining someone. Let's see. Hour and 20 minutes, and I don't feel like I'm going to be doing the chain on this. Maybe I'll do it separately and post that, but maybe I'll just do it and never tell anyone I did it. Never post it. It'll be a secret wood burning. That'd be pretty fun. Thank you to both of the guests watching right now. Couldn't do this without you. I genuinely am excited that there's anyone watching, so it's fun to think, you know, I'm just doing the little streaming thing, and some people are enjoying it, watching it. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, that was a bad idea. That was way too fast for the wood burning. Ooh, yep, I should turn the temperature down. I'm not turning the temperature down. So that's what happens when you don't turn the temperature down. You just kind of wash out all the text and create these lines that look ugly. So if this was a commission piece, I definitely would have taken the time to do that. And I also, if I wouldn't have, and I just made the mistake that I just made, I'd probably sand that whole ring back and then re-burn over it to clean it up. Because I don't think that looks great, you know. It's hard to get wood burnings to look great, just like by nature. The medium is very finicky. It takes a lot of practice, at least for me, but if I am putting time and effort towards something and I would do something like that on a commission, I'd be so upset that I'd probably take the time to sand it. And also, I'd love to hear if there's any other artists out there, how artists are charging for stuff. Because when I first started wood burning, I was just setting random prices to just make a sale, and it was fun, but it was hard because then the people that wanted me to wood burn portraits and people's faces were always, not always, but oftentimes friends of friends who wanted a certain price that I was like, well, that did take me 8 hours, and I had to buy the wood, and I had to stencil the wood. One day hopefully I don't need a stencil. I'll still have to plan it, but all of that work going into wood burning, I remember I charged so little, and that was always frustrating. That I knew other people would charge more, but I knew if I charged more, I wouldn't make any sales to the demographic I was selling to. And that's what's hard, is like, I want to talk to more artists, and I don't fully agree that you just got to value it high, and like, if people think you're worth it, they'll pay it. Because I'm not trying to be a rich wood burner out here in the woods, but I would like to go on a trip. I'm trying to find that happy medium. I don't know. I haven't heard many people specifically talk about the happy medium of wood burning sales. But if there's a happy medium specifically about wood burning sales, and you, the one follower out there, knows it, you can tell me, and it'll be our secret, and I'll stop streaming, and I'll just sell wood burnings for life at great prices and make a lot of money. And that doesn't sound too bad to me. How likely is that? Not very likely. What else do people do on streams? They gossip. I don't feel like I have much to gossip about. We talk about aliens. People in New Jersey have seen aliens, but they're not aliens. They're just really big drones. Saw that in the news. Reports of people. I don't know if, maybe people are putting drones in the air in New Jersey on purpose, trying to like get reactions out of people, or if something else, but just a weird thought. Either way, that it's something we don't know about, or that it's just people, and people are like, this would be so funny. We put a lot of money into making high quality, huge drones, and we put them in the sky. But that's why I don't get paid to think about that. I get paid to point cameras at things. Let's see. I feel like this little lifted area needs some more definition off the back. So I'm just going to raise the back slightly. Was the camera... Oh, I keep moving it. Sorry, guys. Was the camera the most entertaining thing? Maybe not. Do I care? No. I enjoy cameras. Therefore, you enjoy cameras. The end. Well, not for the piece, but for that point. Oh, okay. We're getting some shape. We're going to get a little lighter as we rise up the lever. Don't mess it up, Dylan. Go back to this area, try to fix it. Now that you've adjusted the values on the other side. Blend. I don't think I've ever watched a Bob Ross video all the way through. I feel like I should do that. I can do art time on the stream while we have that playing in the background. Everyone can join. Everyone's welcome. Come watch Mr. Bob and Bob me. Here's a question though. Do I do this chain? all the way up the camera. Or all the way up the neck strap. Maybe. I guess I'm already doing it. Why would I stop now? Still got the one chat. Looks great. Thank you, Tech. Oh. This is the part that's always fun. Because then I feel like I zone out so easily doing this side of things, where it's like the same pattern over and over again, and I get it wrong slightly each time over and over again, but because it gets wrong, it looks like it's just like natural variation in the world. And then it looks like a thing. But it definitely, this is the most calming part for me, when I can feel like all I'm doing is scratching a really hot pen into a piece of wood. But something about that definitely is making my brain all smooth. You know? It just gets the brain all mushy. I feel like it's a similar feeling to like eating a cookie. I'm just like, yeah. That was fun. And the next side. So I gotta go behind that, because that's that little ring there. The only thing I'm worried about is I might have the heat on too high, because these lines are kind of chunky, but I think it's fine. One style of woodburning that I really want to do, I want to try the ones where they do the line art, where they'll take like a form and the curves and the lines are the only perception of depth, and then, or not the only, they'll do the curves of the lines and the thickness of the lines. I think that would be really fun in woodburning, because there's obviously like the ones where people do like a muscle or like a body, or I've seen it with lips, and the lines is just a bunch of lines that go across it, but how they curve and how they get thicker is the main way for that style of sketch art or painting, or whatever medium you do that style in, to tell that there's depth. And I'm like, I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be a good time. I think it'd take a lot of planning and a lot of time. But, you know, I've already streamed for an hour and a half. That's cool. I'll probably have this recording put up on YouTube. I don't know if I can. I don't know what cross-pollination there could be between these sites. I'm still learning. But if I can do this for an hour, and I feel like this hour's gone by quick. I've just been happily little streaming and burning. That would have been a fun name for the channel. Streaming and burning. Sounds slightly inappropriate, like all good names of things. But yeah, I think the next time, maybe I plan one out and go start to finish from the design process too. Or I just keep doing little burns and stuff, because that would be cool too. Maybe I just start treating this like a podcast and I talk about all my opinions on people. No, I don't know. There's enough of those. I don't know if my opinion adds anything to the conversation. Let's all just make art and be chill. I'm trying to think if there's anyone I could talk bad about that's not named Elon Musk. There are, but there's no point in that right now. Oh, that looks good. So what I'm going to do now is kind of risky. I'm just going to try to shade one side as if the light's hitting it, and since I've established this is the darker side, I'll try to keep it on that inside. But the fear is that I'm just going to muddy this whole chain or that the highlight's not going to look as good because it's moving with it. I just want some depth. I like my wood burnings like I like my movies with depth. Johnny Depth. Let's see, so continuing, let me cross the stream that way. And then we'll continue burning this side. I wish I took a picture of the top down with this specific chain design, because I think that would have been a cool look to see, like, go, I don't know, maybe that's just what is smarter, not just a cool look. I think that's what artists do. I think an artist better than I would call that a reference photo. Do I just need to plan things more? Am I fine on all my technical skill? I just need to plan things. And focus. If I could focus and plan things, I feel like I'd make it a lot further in an art career. But like I said, this ain't even a career. This is just practice. Welcome to Pontond. I'm just practicing burning things in my living room. I also realized I probably should have established little link lines on the outside, because I drew really smooth curves on the other side. But that's not what a chain is. It's just a bunch of links, so I should have established more faces geometrically, but too late. Everyone can deal with it. All of us. All three of us. Me and you two. We can deal with it together. As a unit. The biggest things I don't like is the Super Takumar lenses right here are known for this design, and I definitely screwed with that design. And I already feel like I want to make this again, but bigger and better. If this was like a 2-foot wall piece, I think I would keep it forever. If it was like a 2-foot nice piece of oak, that would be pretty sick. If I put all of my brain power into just trying to focus and finish it without getting distracted or trying to rush it, I think that'd be pretty sick. I think I'd actually make something I'd really enjoy. I'm really enjoying you, little wood burning, little good wood burning, but I think everyone knows what I mean. It would just like hit the spot, like the same way these little moves on the side was like good for the brain. I think that would be good for the piece. Just give it that satisfaction. So this, I don't think it's needed to do this. This is more, I just would hate to leave this blank because then it looks like the background. But I want to keep it light so that it has enough separation and difference from the rest of the piece. So I'm just going to kind of scratch in very quickly on a low temperature, but with decent amount of pressure, just to get some separation. I don't know how well that reads, but just something. I might do like an edge burn just to keep it separated from the background. Sometimes it looks like a blurry line, sometimes it looks good. I think this one could look nice. There you go. That's one side. I'm on the last piece, and this is definitely hurting my OCD the most. I don't have OCD. Sorry for people that actually have it. I just said that because it's a common phrase. There you go. No one can tell that this piece is not right now, except for me. I'm probably going to burn this and throw it in a campfire. I'm still, anyone, oh, I did say the person who did the first comment would get this. I think we know who got it. Once this catches up to her and she looks up, I'm going to throw it at her. Because she did do the first comment. It's going to be actually really funny if she's not listening anymore. Oh, I missed.
Did you do that today?
No. That's the practice from earlier.
Huh?
That's my first practice.
I really like it.
Thanks, it's yours. You commented.
This one.
Huh?
Who wants this one?
The Hasselblad camera. That's not one I have. It's just a popular camera.
I'm getting confused with you talking. I love it. Good work.
Thank you. All right, hour 38. I feel kind of embarrassed because I know I could technically do this faster, but I was just having such good vibes. This whole little streaming practice was quite fun. I do feel kind of confused because I'm like, I didn't record any stuff. Oh, the lens is still crooked. Oh, well. I didn't really record any close-up footage of me actually burning because I was too in the live stream. That'll be fixed with some of the stuff I bought for it though. Buying some new tools to add to this to get closer with a higher quality lens will be nice. I think the wood burning looks really nice from stuff like that. That was a decent mess up. Oh well. What I'm gonna start doing, I don't know, I mean, other artists out there, let me know what y'all do, but I don't know if I should be signing the front or the back. I kind of like that on all my pieces, especially like, obviously commission pieces are different, but a lot of commission pieces I would just put my signature on the back in the year. Let's see if I did on this one. Yeah. So that's kind of nice. I'll probably just keep doing that for now. If I ever become a big name in the burning of wood community, maybe I put it on the front. But for now, let's let the art speak for itself. Let's let the artist figure out how to live stream. Biggest thing, this just feels blurry, so I'm going to try to darken it to add that crispness. And maybe we'll even see, I have this really big flaw that I will just keep touching up a piece. And I'll always try to add little things. And that's just something I don't think you can do when you're wood burning. I think it's a very bad habit that I need to kick. Is like, when I feel like I'm done, I need to be very definitive that I'm done. Or else I will always be touching the wood burning. Let's see. I just gotta walk away sometimes. Okay, there we go. It's not too bad. Trying to look at it and see on the camera. The chain here is not great. Let's just do some final touch-ups. Thicken that boy. Right there. Okay. Decent. What did I rush and what do I like? I rushed the chain. I rushed the lens. I like the shading. I think it's nice. I think it looks like a camera and that's all I really want. I'm going to add a little more to this lens cap. I was trying to go for this effect where the edges were darker and then the lighting faded, but I think it's going to look better to just be all different. Change that intensity a little. To just have it all different from the rest of the camera. Give it that little pop. To everyone that's bought a wood burning from me in the past, thank you guys so much. I bought my first camera with money I made from wood burning. I paid rent in college with money I made from wood burning. What else did I do with it? I technically did travel. I didn't get any like big huge trips from wood burning money, but it paid for me to do things, period, and go home, and when I was in college, go back and see people, and it was also, sometimes it's a fun excuse to wood burn and then go drop it off with someone and go say hi and catch up with them, and so thank you for everyone who's bought a wood burning from me in the past. I think everyone kind of knows that it was a very small business, and it was fun to start it, and now revisiting, trying to grow it again in a more serious note. But although I'm not super serious as a person, trying to just make it better. Let's turn this off for now. I'll just sign off and look at this beautiful thing that I made. But yeah, so I gotta say, I don't know which one I like more. I might like the original. No, I don't know. Both of them are good. It's hard. I think I like this. I went darker all around. I mean, the lens could be even darker, but try to keep some separation there. I guess this one can come in my first practice. There you go. Little Leica. This one's not life size. If anyone couldn't guess, this isn't quite as big as a Leica. But this was, the inception in the practice. And now I'm gonna start burning these more. I really like the idea of it. I think I don't know which one I like more. I'm not gonna have a decision. I wish I didn't put the chain. That ruined that. So maybe I like this one because this has the chain. But this one's fun because I got to stream while I created it, and that was fun. Little art stuff. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for being entertained. Thanks to the people who stuck around. I don't know if you're the same person who left and came back. You left and you missed us so bad, or you just want to hang out. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you for letting me practice streaming, practice wood burning. I'm gonna set this down. Ooh, almost knocked that over. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna sign off and say thank you guys for watching the first one, watching the test. I hope it was entertaining. I hope if you're getting into wood burning, you might have learned something. Hit me with some more questions sometime down the line when I do some more of these. But I guess that's all for me. That was a good hour, 45 minutes of my night, just getting to doodle and talk. So thank you guys.